Make sure that's nice and tight. And these plugs here haven't come loose. So I believe that's where that third wire goes over to those. Push down on that plastic, and then we can pull that forward, and then we can lift this off. Want to put it back, then you flip that back down, lock it, push the red tab in. So we want the top plug here. This is usually around the other way like that, on there. You pull this red clip back, and then there's a little black tab you push down, and you pull this lever up, and there's two tabs on the side here to take this cover off. Then we can see the numbering on there, that's the number 53, so you can count along. 53, 54, count that blank one, 55, 56, 57, 58. So that's the black and white wire, which corresponds to that one on that plug there. So obviously I'd recommend doing this with the battery disconnected, but unfortunately with this part of the test we'll have to reconnect the battery. So this, I'll put this pin in there in number 58. So as you can see in the corner there, that's 53, so I've counted along to 58. Put one end of the meter on the ground and set it to DC. Then we've got 13 volts on that pin. So that's coming from inside there. So if we were to disconnect that plug, that 13 volts goes away, so we know that wire's continuous. We can also test the continuity by setting the meter on ohms, putting the probe in there. Our meter plugged into the third pin, which is the smallest one. That's the black and white wire for the pulse width modulation from the ECU to the fan controller. So I'll test the continuity on that. Then we'll go back over here to number 58 pin. So I've got our meter on ohms now. This meter's a bit broken, so it's reading 100 ohms. And it should be actually infinity. So then we'll connect these wires together. So that's reading continuity off there. So that wire is definitely intact.